Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK, and I'm so happy you've chosen to join me for this video. This week's technique is die cut letterpress. This is so much fun. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that there is actual dimension on here with ink in it. It's so pretty. This one is in Lemon Lime Twist. We're going to make exactly the same card again, but we're going to use Calypso Coral. This technique does work better with a bright colour, just as a bit of a heads up. And I have done some of the steps ahead of time because it takes a little while. So I have grabbed the Swirly Scribbles Thinlits dies. And I love these. These are in the annual catalogue, and you may have missed them because they have been around for a couple of years now, I think. So I have used this die, and what I did was I die cut it twice from thick Whisper White, layered with multi-purpose adhesive sheet, and once with vellum, layered with multi-purpose adhesive sheet, and then there is a layer of standard weight Whisper White on the top. Now I actually think you could probably get away with 3 layers of thick Whisper White and a layer of vellum. Now the vellum layer is on the bottom and is the bit that's coloured green from this, but it's dry and it's not going to transfer. So what we need to do is grab our cardstock layers. I think that'll be the next thing. So I have got a card base in Calypso Coral, a layer of basic black, and a layer of Whisper White. Now the Whisper White layer is the one that we are going to emboss with this. We've basically created our own embossing piece, and if you ran that straight through, that would leave a lovely beautiful emboss, but it wouldn't have any colour. Now the vellum means that you can add colour on and create the letterpress effect. So let's do that. Let's grab all our bits and pieces that we need. So I've got my embossing piece, I've got my ink pad, I have a silicone adhesive sheet, silicone craft sheet that we're going to use to add the ink onto our cardstock piece without making too much of a mess. And we need our Big Shot. Now my Big Shot is set up the way that I set it up for embossing folders. So if you've got a Stampin' Up Big Shot, you need it set up with either just the base plate on or all the tabs open, depending on which one you've got. And the other secret is this. This is a tan embossing mat. Now this one is contraband. It is Spellbinders. This technique does work if you use a silicone craft sheet, but I prefer to use this. It's got just a little bit more cushion and gives a nicer effect, in my opinion. So we're going to pop our piece of Whisper White cardstock on there. I'm just going to scoot it just out the way slightly so we can add our ink onto our embossing piece. Now, like I said, this is several layers of cardstock all layered up together, so it has got some dimension to it. It's not massive. The other thing I'm going to do is, because this is how I set my Big Shot up the last time, so to do this one, I want a little bit more embossed this time. So I've just grabbed a shim of cardstock. It's actually a So Saffron card base, but it'll work very well. And I'm going to pop that underneath my base plate just to give a little bit more thickness to my sandwich and make sure that embossing works better. So put the cardstock face down so you've got the vellum layer up, and I'm going to add my ink. I'm just going to smoosh it straight down onto there, just like that, and I've got ink now all over the back of that. Now there's plenty of ink on there, plenty. I'm going to get Calypso Coral fingers for a moment. The reason you use vellum for this is because it takes a little minute to dry. So we're going to just stick that straight down onto our cardstock. You cannot move it once it's down. It is down. And we are going to run that straight through our Big Shot. Just like that. Now you should not find any resistance really. No more than you would have for a standard die to run that through. I'll pull that off of there. I'll move my big shot out of the way. And I'm going to undo my sandwich. So, oh, I have got a crease in that. It's okay. As you can see, that is embossed much more. Oh, and it's stuck. So if you look at the back, you can see how embossed that is. It's super pretty. And actually, I think that one layer of cardstock will probably have been enough. But never mind, it's done now. So we just need to finish our card off. I have got a strip of vellum that is 10 centimetres by 2.5 centimetres in dimensions. And I'm going to stamp the thank you from the Delightful Daisy stamp set. I'm going to pop that straight down in the middle of there. And I'm using Memento Basic Black ink for that. Give that a moment to dry. Shot my Calypso coral ink pad that I've left open, because otherwise I'll stick my elbow in it. And I'm just going to layer up this card. So I use Fast Fuse all the time for just about everything, because I love it. So I'll Fast Fuse that onto there. I'm then going to Fast Fuse this one onto there as well. Just like that. Now then, is that dry? Nope. I'll give that a minute to dry. Okay, so that is now dried. I've added that on that vellum strip on with a piece of Fast Fuse that is just behind that sentiment strip, and I don't think you can see that at all. I'm going to finish my card off with a trio of black basic rhinestones. Now these are on the retiring list, and I'm hoping that when this video goes out, they're still available for you, because these are absolutely stunning. You need to get your hands on these ASAP. So that is my techniques video for this week. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I will be back in the new year with more, and I'll see you again really soon. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.